for 2 counts of robbery, 10 years imprisonment, 12 stroke of canes. When I was in the bondage of drug, there were countless times actually I wanted to commit suicide and end my life. Because as I mentioned, I'm tired of being tired. I tell God, it might take my life away because I don't find hope really. So life to me is just black and white and grey.
Hi, this is Fari Wu from Merlion Project, Stories of Resilience. Today we're joined by Barry Yeow, who is an ex-offender turned artist. A little bit about Merlion Project, we celebrate stories of resilience, and we always want to interview people who spark change in our society. Let's hear now from Barry about his journey.
Hi, I'm Clarice. Similar to Georgia, I'm very new to the art scene. So I'm just here to learn more about the techniques behind the art, the stories, because, some art, you look at it, you don't know what it represents, what it means to the artist. So I'm here to learn more about the thought process behind art and what goes into it. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I just moved back to Singapore 2 years ago. Kim, my husband's here too. And we've been trying to explore the Singapore scene about what to do and all that, and stumbled upon this talk today. And so we are very curious about Barry's background, because I'm a very curious person about each individual, whoever they are, from young to old. And then also because of art, I've met several artists in Beijing, China. And so I was just curious about, the local scene. And yeah, that's why we're here.
Hi, my name is Kim. Very glad to be here. The reason I'm here is that I want to hear Barry's journey, the transformation, the experience of going from the past to now. So far, I find it very inspirational. And more specifically, I want to find how that experience gets injected into your artwork.
For my journey, it was actually wasn't a pleasant journey. Right, as you can see, or you read my article, or you can go to YouTube, you can hear my testimony and sharing. I'm also a TED Talk speaker, twice a TED Talk speaker. So I speak in public spaces also, and I always get invited to go all over the world to talk about my stories as well. Because I honestly believe that everyone does have a story. But I think although our circumstances vary, right, I think one thing is very common and is universal, which is I think everyone goes through pain. The pain of loss of someone, the pain of being rejected or being stigmatized, or any different forms of pain. Actually, I was in and out for 11 times. So I've been sent, even my beyond parental control, my mom sent me, right? Sent me even to the court. Can you believe that? A mother sent a son to a court and tell the court, I cannot control him, so let the law take over. That's where my life gets spiral. But there it starts somewhere, correct? I will not say I blame my mother, but during that time then, yes, I do, because I was very young. I was only 9 years old. I bottle up everything to myself because I do not know how to express. And then that's where I found my acceptance through peers, and then to in bad company. I think that leads to one thing and to another. That was the effect. As I progressed from boys' home, to army detention, drug rehab. My last stint was 2008, 10 years imprisonment, 12 stroke of canes. For 2 counts of robbery and 1 count of long-term, LT2 we call a long-term treatment. Long-term treatment is meaning minimum for drug consumption is 7 to 14 years. Okay, but robbery is minimum 3 to 10 years. So during that day when I got arrested, I was so kind of tired of being tired. I can consider too familiar with the cycle, because I know that what comes after next. That means I got arrested. I know next day I'm going to appear in court. After court, I'm going to remand. So I'm too familiar with the system, and that's what kind of caused me to feel that, hey, I'm really, really tired. I have enough. Many times actually I wanted to stop my habit. I wanted to change, to turn over a new leaf. That's why I say, right, the leopard, there's a saying, leopard never change its spots, right, unless it's changed the environment. You see, so the environment never changed, the lifestyle never changed, the group that I associate with never changed, because I was actively in gangs also. Okay, was a gang leader as well. So that's what leads to all these downfalls. All right, but to me, all this while I never blame any one of them except myself. When I was in the bondage of drug, there were countless times actually I wanted to commit suicide and end my life, because as I mentioned, I'm tired of being tired. Despite all the so-called terror or the fear I inflict on others, I find that it's not that I don't have the guts to die. It's rather I don't have the guts to live, because I don't see what's ahead. I have no hope at all. You see, so life to me is just black and white and gray. No colors at all. I never lasted working holding a job for only 6 months. Okay, so being an artist, all right, this is my longest job that I'm holding, and I find it very meaningful, and I still keep on keeping on. I didn't choose to do art. Okay, in the jail, all right, they have this yellow ribbon art competition. So I want to pass my time, because otherwise I have to stay in the lockup for 23 hours. So if participant got a chance during weekends, I can go to a dining hall and sit for 4 hours. All right. So I want for it to distract myself, to pass time. All right. So I consider fortunate enough. All right. My first watercolor painting, all right, got an award for that. So I went into the finalists. I got an award for $800. $800 to me is wow already, you know why? Because I don't have savings. So to me, 800, wow, it means a lot already. Because why? I have to make my new glasses. All right, I have to make my denture. So to me, it's a lot. It was not my motive to win the award. It's just my motive is very clear. I just want to pass my time so weekend I can come out. But then I got selected. I went to the finals, and then they awarded me. So I got an award. So for prison, during that finalists, we have 12 finalists. Among our 12, we were selected to attend the basic art course in prison. And then in Singapore prison, we have one called a visual art department. So my job is just to do painting. It means being selected to become a resident artist. That's where I embarked my art journey. So I remember that day when I got arrested. Actually, when I got locked up in this police station cell alone, right? Actually, I started to pray. All right, so I pray not for life, I pray for death. I tell God, you might take my life away, because I don't find hope already. I have to face my sentence, and I know as I mentioned, minimum 7 to 14 years for first charge. Then my IO, my investigation officer told me, Barry, you prepare. Every time I go in, okay, this time how long? Yeah, but this time same, I asked the same question. He says, this time get ready, minimum 10 years, minimum 24 stroke. Really, really tired already. That's why when I got into when they sent me to a lockup, just immediately I found that in myself. So I cried. Every time I went to prison, I never shed the tears on. But this time I went in, I shed my first tears. That night, because of withdrawal symptom, the police, the CMD sent me to Changi Prison Hospital. So in that hospital, actually I kind of sense a little bit of hope in life. Because the ward, I warded, right? So for withdrawal symptom, so most of the wards are full. So they placed me at the terminal illness ward, where you see inmates, right, having tumor, cancer and all this. So when I walk in the ward in the middle of the night, almost 3 a.m., so the first person I saw was crouching like that, half eyes, half open. Okay, that guy actually committed suicide inside. His so-called friends saved him. His friends saved him, but because lack of oxygen, he become vegetated like that. So all the the tubes, right, feeding tubes, 4-5 pillows. I see, this not bad, got so. But when I look at the condition, then he go and ask the people, the person next to me, he tell me he committed suicide. His friends saved him. So when I see in the middle of the night, all right, withdrawing, going through withdrawal symptoms, was reflecting. Then is it a good or is it bad? So I see some irony in life, conflict, that the friend saved him, the so-called friend saved him, right? And then later I found out that the prison actually, the doctors actually issued an immediate release. So both parents came, but parents never took him back. Because why? Every month at least $4,000 to get someone to tend to him till he fat and go. So that I see that's irony, right? Then I say, this guy, even though got a chance to get out of prison, but he don't really literally get out of prison. For me, at this juncture and conditions, at least I still stand a chance to walk out, right? Even if I get 10 or 20 years. So I spent 3 days in that ward. After that, I got discharged. But then the next day I met another friend who kind of impacted my my journey of change also. This friend was my good friend, my gang members also. Then inside prison we can't wear glasses. So he called me, hey, who is that? Then he called me, right? Then first day he said, hey, I saw my friend, hey, why are you here? Then he asked me back the same question, hey, why are you here? So then I kind of like answer him in a very boastful tones, right? You know what, in the men's prison still want to uphold some ego. Hey, this time jialat already. My IO tell me minimum 10 years, 24 stroke. Then when I ask him, what about you? That word changed me. I don't stand a chance to get out of prison anymore because he trafficked drug. Right? He was my good friend also. But that word spark that change also, kind of like spark that and awakening also. That when he said that word, I just kind of lost of words to comfort. How to tell someone that you tell me I'm going off already. How are you going to tell? What kind of word they going to send? You see? So I just kind of shut up. I go, okay, you hang loose. So I go back to my bed. And then I look at him. So that caused me to see that, I still see a silver line of hope. Because one day I'm going to walk out of prison. But if I walk out of prison, what kind of person I want to walk out? Is it as a victim or as a victor? So that sparked that journey. I cried for strength to live. Okay, I cried for strength to live. And then that I'm not my determinations. So on that day onwards, I already had make up my mind that I want to walk out as a victor, victoriously, not as a victim, victimized by drugs. Right? How do I overcome? First thing, I learned to hate it. You don't have to learn to overcome. Just learn to hate it. For us, for me, I won't say us, for me. All right, love and hate, the two contrasts. 爱与恨, right? Why I fall? Because things that I'm supposed to love one, I go and hate. I'm supposed to love my mother. I'm supposed to love people who love me. But I go and hate them. My mother's so naggy. My sister never care, never want to talk to me because of my vices or because I went to prison. So people are supposed to love the things I'm supposed to love, I hate. And the things I'm supposed to hate, I love. So I found out this. I cannot keep asking, getting the right question. You keep asking you a wrong answer, a question, right? If I never get the right answer on this law of nature, correct? So I learned all this when I was in prison doing art. How can I get the color if I keep mixing black with this, black with yellow, it turns out green. How can it be red? It doesn't make sense. So I learned it. Why I keep going through the cycle? That answers your question. Because I start to learn to hate. So in order to hate it, that means I must know what I'm supposed to hate. And what am I supposed to learn? I would like to dedicate this podcast to whoever is listening. Truly is a privilege, and it is not by chance that we meet in this platform. I just want to leave something with you, regardless of whatever stage you are or whatever state you are in. Just remember, as long as you have breath, you have hope. Thank you.
It was a very inspiring conversation with Barry today. We really want to build a more inclusive society. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to Merlion Project. Thanks!